What's up, guys? We're back with another video. This is the continuation of the first half from Devin Vassell's performance against Georgia Tech. So let's get right into it. This is the second half now. Make this full. Slide it up. Let's get into it. So Vassell's on the ball right now. Give it back up. Again, he's very big on catching and then kind of holding the ball, which is good. I mean, it gives him time to just think about it, but you'll never see him rip and run or rip and attack. It's always catch, think, most likely pass back out. So now we got another loose ball. See right there, he had space there. You'd like to see him drive, but of course, you'd like to see him drive there. I mean, it ended up in a 3 that was semi-open for him. But I don't know. Personally, I'd love to see him attack more because I think he has a long enough frame to get around people. If you just tighten up his handle, I think he'd be really good. Tough. So look at how different. So you see that Florida State was in a weird defense right there, and Devin Vassell had to fly by Michael DeVoe just to get back to him. I don't really blame that on him. I think that was more of a system thing than a him thing. But he did just totally bite on the pump fake. But in that situation, he was already late getting there. And I don't think that was a lack of awareness. I think that was more of hit that. Yep. That wasn't a lack of awareness. I think that was just part of the system that they were running, where he was just denying hard, and then it was almost like a 1-3-1 or a 1-2-2. You'll see some of that in the second half from Florida State. They'll run this 1-2-2 half-court defense, and Vassell will be... So see, he just switched this, and now he's at the top of it. Switched it well, though, but again, it may look like missed assignments, but it's the system that Florida State's running. Not even looking at the basket. That was an immediate pass back. So now it looks like Georgia Tech's in this zone defense too. Vassell does a good job cutting off the drive there. Good take by Trent Forrest. So now he's got the ball again. Never really looks to drive or attack off the dribble. And that's probably his one main improvement area. See, that's another situation where you'd like to see him go up strong with it instead of trying to do this weird circus layup. But again, as he adds strength, I think that'll become less of an issue. Again, Devin Vassell, I see him being a 12 to 15 year NBA player, and he'll always be a really good role player. I don't necessarily think he'll always be an all-star, but he can definitely be a key cog. I think he could be he can be a mid-level starter on a championship team. I think that's not too much of an ask from him. And he is out right now, so I'll skip ahead to 45-55 when he comes back in. And he's back in here. So, did we get an ad again? Why are we getting ads now? Maybe because ACC Digital Network. This is probably the most legit site I have been using. Another ad. Wow. I apologize for these ads. And we're back. So again, see, they're almost in a 1-2-2, and see how nobody's guarding that corner. And now they're just setting up a trap. So again, usually I think Vassell would be on. I think that's DeVoe, number 0, in the corner. But the way they're playing, Vassell's pushing up on the wing, and it just leaves the corner guy open. But then they just set up a trap right there. Ultimately leads to a deflection and a inbounds. See, Vassell right there got kind of bodied on that offensive rebound. He wasn't in a good position. And then I don't know who that guy is. Number 1, I think. He just kind of carved out space and ate him for breakfast. Never even looked at the basket there again. See, that's what he needs to do more of. But again, see how he stops short and he kind of goes for the floater? I'd like to see him attack more. But that's about as proficient as he gets at Florida State in terms of being a pick and roll operator, I would say. And again, they're back in this weird 2-3, 1-2-2 type defense. Looks like a 2-1-2 now, maybe. See, that's a really strong rebound from him there. Again, he used his length. He didn't jump necessarily that high, but it's just his arms just snatched that thing. We got some fouls here, so I'll skip these. We're gonna see this. Yeah. Oh no, that's where he got carved out. Yeah. Yes, and I believe these are the. Did a good job getting back and helping there. Let's see. So yeah, Vassell's in the weak side corner right now. Now strong side. See, so Georgia Tech's in this weird. They're in a weird zone as well, I think. Actually, maybe not. Look like a little hammer. Oh, good cut from Vassell. Got stripped. Looks like a jump. Yeah, jump ball. Again, the next stage in his development is for sure just being a competent driver and finisher around the basket. I think that's the next step for him. Good hands. That's another thing. He had the right read, didn't execute it well enough. He knew exactly what he wanted to do with the ball, but he just didn't put enough lift on it. Jumper looks like, yeah. He was put in a tough situation there. It was either guard the shooter or guard the driver. He ultimately went with the shooter, thinking someone would help over. Nobody did. Led to an easy basket for Georgia Tech. Looks like we got another foul call. Let's get these free throws. Read the room well there. Saw DeVoe struggling with his dribble, shooted up to help, and kind of set a trap on the ball. And again, that pass to the strong side corner there with his length, that's not getting made without being deflected or stolen, I don't think, in that situation. Oh, jeez. That drilled. Oh, they're reviewing it. Great. Oh, they call it flagrant, huh? Skip all this then. Get it again. No dribble, nothing. Just immediate pass. System-oriented guy. Hit it. Ooh, open, tough shot. But I hope you guys can see from this game why Devin Vassell is not really getting a ton of hype. It's because Florida State, the system swallows the individual. Even when Jonathan Isaac, who ended up going 6th overall in 2017, I believe, even when he was there, he wasn't like necessarily like a big time scorer or the the obvious pick for a star player on that Florida State team. So I hope you guys can see that, just because he's not really super involved in the offense, he still has just a ton of potential, I think. And again, this is a type of thing where if you just look at counting stats, you wouldn't think he's all that impressive. I mean, I have him in front of me. He only averaged 12.7 points a game, 5.1 rebounds a game, and 1.6 assists a game. I mean, that's not anything remarkable. Some of these guys, you look at Cole Anthony, he'll be averaging 19 a game. You'll look at James Wiseman when he played in college for 3 games. He averaged monster numbers. You have a lot of guys who average better numbers, but it's just the clear good box right there, but just the clear potential, I think, for him. Oh, good cut finish. Hell yeah. Perfect. I'm telling you, he can get up. He can get up. You just got to start finishing more. Just got to start allowing himself more finishing opportunities. Take the extra dribble, And now he's riding DeVoe. Did they get called for? Yeah, he did. Hopefully we get to see that dunk again. That was nice. But again, he's a good vertical athlete. We saw that in the first half on that block he had. But just you can't evaluate Florida State players based on their counting stats or how many points they have a game. You can't really do it for any prospect, but especially with Florida State. prospects. It's just not gonna look good for any of them. And again, these teams have always this program's always played 11 guys. You know, Vassell, and the reason why Vassell played 34 minutes this game, and that's probably because two of their rotation players are out. One starter was out too, and MJ Walker, but. Vassell on that play did a decent job of siphoning off that drive. It ultimately led to an open three that the player made, but again, if you're looking for a Giannis stopper, I think Vassell's right up there in terms of some of the best in this draft. Once he gets stronger, he needs to get way stronger to be able to defend Giannis. But just in terms of guys who can just wall him off, like we saw the Raptors do in 2019, I think Vassell. You look at Vassell, you look at Isaac Okoro, you look at guys like that, and I think those are going to become increasingly valuable in the NBA. Okay. Patrick Williams is another guy like that too. Good contest from him, and now he's running a break. Let's see what he does here. See, nothing really spectacular. He's not really comfortable operating as a primary ball handler in transition or in the half court. Damn. Seemed like a little bit of a miscommunication there. It looked like, I think it was Malik Osborne. Looked like they switched, but Vassell didn't really know that there was a switch coming, so he tried to chase back. And then I'm starting to slow it up. A little bit of a triangle look here with Osborne operating in the post. He's an intriguing prospect. The guy just made that three because he's big enough where he can kind of bang down low, but he could also shoot the three pretty well. I saw this team played at Notre Dame this year, so I got to watch all these guys play. I was really impressed with MJ Walker, Devin Vassell. Those are the two guys I really took away from learning a lot. MJ Walker will be in next year's draft. I think he's already going to be an undervalued second-round pick. FYI, just not a hot take really. I just think MJ Walker next year, he's going to be a senior next year, and he will be drafted in the second round, or he will be undrafted, but he will have a 10-plus year NBA career. That's my take. See, look at what Devin Vassell is doing right now. So he kind of just left DeVoe in the middle of the paint. And this is all kind of part of their... I think there was a switch on that because I think they were still in man, but again, that's another example of where it looks like a misassignment, but it's really just what they're talking about doing on defense. So, good shot fake, good bullet pass, and it looks like a foul call. It's on the ground, it looks like. Are we shooting free throws? We are not. Looks like it was in the air. That should have been a shooting foul, I think. It's a nice little pass from Raekwon Evans, I believe. Again, I'm on the record saying it now. I think Florida State's a Final Four team next year, even when they lose 2 first-round picks and their best point guard they've had in a while in Trent Forrest. That's a tough situation for Vassell right there. Snatched that rebound, though. But, again, that was one of those things where do you help off the corner shooter or do you stay with him and hopefully a teammate in the lane picks up? He ultimately decided to help, went to an open corner 3. But, again, that's just kind of a pick your poison situation. I thought his timing was good enough there on that, though, in order to make a decision. Another good contest. That was just 3 guys swallowing up DeVoe. Another foul, and well, it's a nice pass. Wow. Again, he's not going to be a guy asked to break a press off the dribble. That was a nice read, though. Again, he knows exactly where to go with the ball. It's just a matter of working on his just basic passing skills, I would say, more than anything. It's not. I think that's more teachable rather than just looking at and understanding reads. I think that's harder to teach. I think just working on your passing, I think that's an easy thing. So I think there's room for encouragement. There's room for growth, I should say, with his passing. I don't think he's hit his ceiling in that regard yet. He only averaged 1.6 assists this season at Florida State, but again, that's a contribution of his passing skills haven't fully developed yet, and also that's not really what he was asked to do at Florida State. They had enough guys to move the ball around. So, that's what he does here. Takes dribble. Another one of those things where it's interesting. He doesn't look this. He's not the smoothest dribbler. I would say, now that I'm thinking about it, his comp is probably somebody like Otto Porter, I would say, who plays for the Bulls currently. I would say he's a nice comp for him. Remember, Otto Porter went 3rd in the 2013 draft. But I would say that's how I kind of see him in the NBA being used. Another rebound. Patrick Williams. Video will come on him soon. He's interesting because he doesn't usually start for Florida State, so his minutes are pretty much reduced, but he's still a really good player. He's going to be a first-round pick. You also look at guys like, a lot of those guys exist. Denny Avdia is another one where he just doesn't play a whole lot for Maccabi Tel Aviv. You know, the guys like, there's a bunch of them. Alexei Pokusevsky is another one. I don't think anything happens necessarily. I think it's the final score, so there's no more baskets, but let's see if he does anything remarkable. Good hustle on that rebound. And Williams. Oh, what they call? What they call? Stupid. They're gonna foul. Don't foul. Don't foul. Number 4. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we'll let it run out here. I don't think. Yeah, I'll just stop it here. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys see why Devin Vassell is going to be a really good, ideal 3-and-D prospect heading into the NBA draft and to his NBA career. I really like him as a project. I mentioned earlier I have him top 5 on my big board right now, which I will be periodically releasing as this channel goes forward. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Tune back in for another video tomorrow, and we'll see you then. Thanks.